Welcome. In this video, I'll demonstrate how ChatGPT can assist product managers by quickly analyzing real user feedback. Here's a scenario. You just went to a user conference and got valuable feedback and product reviews from 50 high-value customers about your AI personal finance app product. Your boss has asked you to give her a summary of what you learned in about 30 minutes from now. And you know she'll also ask you about your plan to address what you've learned. So we're going to ask ChatGPT for help. We're going to ask it to give us priority areas to be aware of based on the reviews, tell us about feature requests and prioritization ideas for those features, give us customer support information and improvements, priorities and security improvements we could make, and summarize the reviews and feedback, and give me ideas of what I can tell my boss as a summary. Okay, so let's get started, show you how this would work. I've included some example prompt templates with this video. The first one that we're going to use is going to tell ChatGPT that we're going to provide it with a number of customer reviews and feedback, and that we'd like it to use those same reviews to take care of all these tasks that we're going to ask it to do, so we don't have to keep uploading those reviews. So it says fine. It'll go through them and then it'll ask me for what task I want to do with each one. So I'm going to go ahead and copy and paste in these reviews and feedback from these 50 high profile customers. It's probably a 150 lines. In this case, we're going to paste them in, but you could always upload a spreadsheet or PDF or Word if you wanted to. Okay, so I've put them in and ChatGPT is going to read them and take a look at them and be ready for me to ask questions and get suggestions. So to do tasks. All right, so it says, thank you for sharing this list of user reviews and feedback. I'd reviewed them. Please provide the next prompt or specific task you'd like to accomplish. All right, so what we want to do is we want ChatGPT to analyze these reviews and feedback and give us priority areas. So we're going to put in this prompt, ChatGPT, please analyze the user reviews. You will provide and summarize the most critical areas that require immediate attention, highlighting any recurring themes or issues mentioned by users. This should give us a good idea of what we would need to focus in on when we give a report back to our boss. So it's identified some key areas that it saw in those reviews: app performance and reliability, user experience and interface, features and functionality, and it's giving us some information about, based on what it saw the most, what these priorities could be. Now, again, this is an opinion based on the reviews that it's taken a look at, so it's up to you as a product manager to assess these and determine which ones would be most important to report on. Okay, it says these areas highlight the key aspects that need immediate attention for improvement, addressing user concerns and enhancing overall satisfaction with the app. All right, so that's a great summary of what it's learned from the user reviews. All right, next, based on this, let's take a look at some ideas that we should think about for features and additions to our roadmap based on what these customers are saying. So let's put in a feature prioritization prompt. ChatGPT, help me prioritize which features or improvements should be given the highest priority based on user feedback from the reviews. Identify the most frequently requested features or changes. So similar to what we just did, this is going to be more specific to features that would address the high priority areas that we just uncovered. And keep in mind, some of those high priority areas weren't related specifically to a feature. Okay, so let's ask ChatGPT for this task. It's giving us some ideas based on the feedback. crash and bug fixes, syncing issues, user interface and experience enhancements. And again, it's looking at the reviews and giving us ideas as a product manager to think about. And it's using real feedback from our customers, and in this case, 50 high value customers. So it's giving us some great ideas to think about for our roadmap and some things that we would need to do. And you can see that's quite a list of things to consider. So again, as a product manager, this is a draft of ideas for you to consider. And again, you're trying to put together ideas to report back to your boss as a high-level overview of what you've learned. So you've learned quite a different amount of things. So it says by focusing on these areas, the app can significantly improve in terms of stability, user experience, functionality, and user satisfaction. So that makes sense. Now, let's try to be a little bit more specific, and let's take a look at these reviews from the basis of customer support. So what is some customer support feedback that we received from these reviews? And we can share that with our customer support team or know what we might need to address specifically for support. So typed in the prompt, ChatGPT, identify recurring customer support issues mentioned in their reviews and propose strategies to effectively address these problems. Okay, so it's going to give us specific feedback based on customer support. All right, delayed or unresponsive support, the lack of knowledge. It's also suggesting some strategy that we might be able to deal with these issues. So again, using the real feedback and telling us what customers said in the issue, and then it's providing its ideas on some strategy. Again, this is a draft, but I think that you have something to work with here. And again, you could use this and refine it more by just asking ChatGPT to give you a list of the issues only, something like that. So then you could eliminate their opinion on strategy. But in this case, we've got the main customer support issues and the topics. So I think that's important to know. Let's do one more specific question to ChatGPT about this feedback. Let's ask them about what they heard about privacy and security improvements that customers are noting in the feedback and the reviews. So we'll type in another prompt, ChatGPT, analyze privacy and security related concerns raised by users in the reviews and suggest measures to enhance data protection and transparency. So we're asking it what specifically the customer said in the concerns section here. And it's suggesting in the measures things that we might think about to address those concerns. Okay, enhanced security features, data encryption, transparency in data usage. These were all concerns mentioned by customers in the feedback and reviews that we'll want to address. All right, so it's giving us a lot of ideas. So far we've asked it about priority areas, feature prioritization, customer support optimization, privacy and security improvements. It's giving us back the summary of the data that was there, and in some cases, making suggestions on how to make improvements. And those are ideas that we can think about. All right, so that's a lot of information. So finally, let's see if we can get a summary review of these reviews and feedback. And in this case, it'd be great if ChatGPT could give us some ideas of a summary for our boss. And rather than including some of the suggestions that ChatGPT made, we just want to get a summary of the feedback and the reviews that were included. So let's give it a prompt and let's tell it, help me Write a summary of the feedback and reviews for my boss. Provide a high-level summary of user feedback for these 4 categories. Don't make any suggestions and just summarize the raw data. And we're saying identify priority areas, requested changes, customer support, privacy and support, and security improvements. So just tell me about the actual reviews and feedback that came back in those areas. All right, here's a high-level summary of user feedback categorized into 4 areas for your boss. Again, this is a draft, so this would give me ideas. And I've just now spent about 5 minutes going over the user reviews with the help of ChatGPT, and now I'm getting a summary. This leaves me 25 minutes to go back and take a look at some of the ideas and suggestions and do some further research, but now I know where to start. So, in looking at all of the reviews and the feedback, it's telling us that there were priority areas. So the first one says users frequently report issues with app performance, including crashes and sync problems. So I mean that is factual. You could review that in the reviews by eyeballing them to confirm that the data is correct. But it did take the specific reviews and make its comments. And again, we asked it not to make any suggestions, just to give us the summary of the raw data. So, requested changes and features. The most frequently requested features include the ability to link multiple bank accounts for a consolidated view and real-time tracking of investments. Customer support issues. Common issues with customer support include delayed response times and unresponsive service. Privacy and security concerns. Users express concerns about privacy and security of their financial data. So this is a great summary, and I think that it would give you some useful information for your boss to say that you've taken a look at the reviews and the feedback, and here are some common themes and categories that you can put the reviews in. And I think this would allow you to drill down into more value. Um, and again, you know your boss is going to ask you probably for some action steps that you can take based on these areas and reviews. And you've already got some ideas from ChatGPT, and it's learning based on what you might do so you can evaluate those. So for the next few minutes, you can go ahead and prepare a summary for your boss based on this help from ChatGPT. So I hope you'll try out these prompts, put them against some user reviews and feedback you've collected, save yourself some time, and remember, you're the product manager. You're just generating draft ideas that are saving you time and helping you analyze large amounts of data. You're the person who should put together what's most important to you and your team. So thank you. My name is Steve Hall, and if you want to learn more about how ChatGPT can help product managers deliver high quality products and features, check out my blog at chatgptforpm.com. Thank you.